Okay, the next one I have is Allison Ball running for treasurer.
Thank you. Well, again, I'm Allison Ball, and I'm running for Kentucky State Treasurer. And I was thinking to myself, what are the things that I want to tell you all about me? And I thought there's 3 things that I really want you to know. And the first thing I want you to know is that I am a conservative. I'm from Eastern Kentucky. I'm from the mountains, and I've been there. My family has been there for 9 generations since the 1790s. So we are deeply rooted in that area. And that area, my county, Floyd County, is a heavily Democrat county. It's about 80-20 Democrat-Republican. So if you register as a Republican in Floyd County, it's because you believe in conservative principles. And I do, and I did. When I was 18 years old, I registered as a Republican because I believe in conservative principles. And I was just sitting there thinking about, how did I become a conservative? And I was looking at the signs, American Family Association, and thinking about this organization and what it stands for and what it believes. And really, I became a conservative because of my family. My family instilled certain principles in me that made me who I am. Like I said, I'm from Eastern Kentucky, but when I was born, my dad was doing his PhD work in Atlanta. And while he was there, he was the assistant pastor with Charles Stanley. So I had a great Christian upbringing from the very, very beginning. After that, we moved back home, back to the mountains of Eastern Kentucky when I was 5 years old. So I grew up as an Eastern Kentuckian. And, through that, I became committedly pro-life. As everybody is in Eastern Kentucky, I've always been pro-gun. My parents gave me my first gun when I was 12 years old. So they started instilling these things in me right away from the very beginning. I went to Liberty University for undergrad, and then I went to UK College of Law for law school. While I was there, I was president of the Christian Legal Society and the Federal Society. Now, the Federal Society is what sealed me as a conservative. I already had these great teachings that my mom and dad taught into me. But then when I was at UK, I then began to really appreciate the language of our Constitution and how we have to preserve and protect that language. It really means something. I also came to appreciate the structure of government that our founders came up with limited government and separation of powers and federalism. So all those things made me a conservative. That's the first thing I want you to remember about me. The second thing I want you to remember about me is that I have a financial background, and you need that to do this office of treasurer. I'm a bankruptcy attorney, and if you want to know firsthand how liberal policies affect real-life people, you practice bankruptcy law. I see that every day that I practice law. So I've got a financial background. I also was a prosecutor for 4 years. Having been a prosecutor, you learn to develop a backbone. You need both of those things. You need a financial background, and you need to be willing to stand up if you're going to be in the office of treasurer, because that is supposed to be a watchdog position. One of the things that I'm very excited about the office of treasurer and what we have an opportunity to do there is the treasurer is a voting member, sits on the board of the Kentucky Teachers Retirement Board, which, as you know, is an area of very serious need. So we need somebody who believes in fiscal responsibility and conservative economic principles right there as a voice on that table. The treasurer also sits on several other boards, including the treasurer is the vice chair of the Investment Commission, which oversees all of our investments for the state. There are several other ways the treasurer is the watchdog, and I'm running out of time, so I'm going to have to be quick. But the third thing that I want you to remember about me is that I'm a Republican woman. I'm the only Republican woman who's running down tickets, so my name is going to stick out on that ballot. If I were to win, I would be the first Republican woman to ever hold that seat, so it has historic possibilities. So 3 things to remember about me. I'm a conservative. I've got a financial background. I'm a conservative woman. Please remember to vote for me. I ask for your support. I ask for your vote. I ask for your prayers. Again, my name is Allison Ball. I'm running for Kentucky State Treasurer, and I'm probably about ready for some questions. Yes? Okay, good. And you've got a mic? Good. So the questions.
I'll just hand the mic. Thank you.
All right. My question is the same as I asked several others. What is your plans to do to get us poor people out of the ditch and gutters that we reside in? Because I don't like making my bed in filth any longer.
Yeah, I totally understand that. As a bankruptcy attorney, my whole job is to get people out of debt, get people on financially good, sound grounding. So that's what I think about all the time. That's why I decided to run for Kentucky State Treasurer. So, one of the ways to do that is to work on our state following conservative policies. Also being a fiscal responsibility-minded person. So I think for me, with the office that I'm seeking, it's going to begin with being a voice for conservatism on that Kentucky Teachers Retirement Board, making sure our state is on good, sound footing with our investments. The other ways that this office acts as a watchdog. So for treasurer, I'm going to be looking at getting our state in good shape, which which is going to be putting it on conservative policies, which is going to help you in a real life way. Is that it? Is that it? Okay, great.
Okay, that's Allison Ball running for treasurer.